just got to be better. Everybody has to do their job. People have to have their eyes on the right spots, and we just got to execute at the end of the day.
Play action, looks into the end zone. That ball is caught. Touchdown! Isaiah Nair hauled it in from Dylan Rhule. And
It's just, key to go back, look at the film, really be honest and truthful with ourselves, and then just apply it back on the field in practice.
Make the handoff, pressure from behind. The football is loose. Nebraska's on it. Pressure from the backside.
Like I said, I've seen the work that we've put in as a team, and I know that we can overcome adversity. Do what it takes to go out there and be successful. So, tough loss, but I believe in the guys that that we're gonna forget, have short-term memory, and go out there and try to go 1-0 each week.
Touchdown! Isaiah Nair.
We'll make a play, and they made a lot of plays tonight. Problem is Illinois made a lot of plays, and we hurt ourselves with some crucial penalties. And so that was a tough play, but we bounced back. We scored the next drive, and just kind of coming down the end, we needed to make one more play in the fourth quarter. I know that's you've heard that a lot, right? But that's where we are.
Those were the high-V sounds of the game following the 31-24 loss in overtime to Illinois. Nebraska's first loss of the season. Coach, you had said after the game you felt like had chances to win that football game. What were some of the issues you saw when going back and watching this one on film?
Yeah, pretty much everything that had to go wrong for us to lose it went wrong. Whether it was us in the kicking game, 2 times down in the end zone with a chance to maybe catch a fade for a touchdown, or on defense, just too many bled yards. So just a disappointing day all around.
Yeah, your players were disappointed after the game, but determined. No, I feel like they understand. This is a long season, and they want to right this wrong.
Yeah, I think when you're a team like ours, you have to take this one. You have to really kind of sit in it and learn from it and get some things corrected. And it's the Big Ten. Everyone's going to show up every week, ready to be physical and play and win. And so we had our chances. We didn't get it done. We have to find a way to get it done this week.
All right, coming up next, we're going to take a look at the action from the first half here on our Husker football show presented by the Ludaka Wealth Partners. Welcome back to the Husker football show presented by Ludaka Wealth. The 400th sellout inside Memorial Stadium. Illinois wins the toss. They defer, so your offense gets the ball first and going to get things going with a big first down play here from a pass from Dylan Rhule to Jalen Lloyd.
Yeah, Dylan gets to his third progression. Really nice, to see his continued development and growth.
So Illinois' first offensive series, and they had hit a couple big pass plays that would lead to a touchdown here. That we see the run there from Hayden Fagan, but this touchdown pass here, was there miscommunication, or what was the issue here on this touchdown?
No, they just got beat outside. So Tommy was playing through a hurt his foot, and just didn't really have the burst to go make that play.
Nebraska, so Illinois on the board first 7-0, and then here comes your offense, and they start moving the ball well here.
Yeah, I thought Dylan was in rhythm. The running game wasn't exactly what we'd like it to be, but we had some really good opportunities in the passing game. Unfortunately, have to settle for a field goal.
So John Hull in for Tristan Alvano this week. That one was a 21-yard field goal, 7-3 Illinois. And then here comes Illinois getting the ball back, but then your defense forces a takeaway here.
Yeah, great job by John Bullock, and then the offense answers here. We have a big run and then answer with a touchdown. So on a tough night, this was one of the bright spots in terms of complimentary football.
Yeah, I love this series here, and Isaiah and I are going to have a big night here for you guys. But Dylan Rhule, right after this touchdown pass, he goes right over to John Bullock. I mean, that is about as textbust complimentary football as you could ask for.
Yeah, no doubt. And Dylan really just sees the field, finds Nayor in the back of the end zone, and puts it up high for the big guy to go up and catch it.
So Nebraska takes the lead 10-7 after that touchdown, and then a couple penalties on this drive would lead to great field position for Illinois.
Yeah, really hurt ourselves on defense with 15-yard penalties, uncharacteristic and disappointing from us.
Your defense would hold Illinois to a field goal, ties it up 10-10. Is it something you adjust throughout a game when certain things are being called a certain way?
Yeah, they came out. They've been a 12 personnel, 2 tight end run team. They came out, spread no huddle against us. They're a man-to-man team. We put 4 wides on the field, and they played a lot of zones. So I thought, as the game goes on, you see how they're playing you. And obviously, this was a pivotal moment in the game. touchdown for us, but then they end up taking number 5 takes the ball away from us.
Another jump ball interception here. That's back-to-back weeks for your wide receivers. Interception there. Nair told me after the game, hey, I got to be more physical with the football.
Yeah, we had our opportunities. That kind of sums up the game right there on that play. We had our opportunities. We just have to make that play.
So John Bullock gets a sack, and then Sierra Wright is in here, I think, by this time for Tommy Hill. He's on the coverage here. How did he come in and play for you?
Sierra was great. Forces a fumble later, plays man. He's played a lot of football, so it was good to have him out there with us.
So your defense does get the stop here, gets the ball back, and then your offense with 3:22 runs out there on the field. How'd you like the clock management here at the end of the half?
Yeah, I thought our offense has been really good. Going down and scoring, to end halves, and we call this the middle 8, and here we find a way to get in the end zone.
And go to Jamal Banks here. He also had another big night. Did you like that matchup here tonight?
Yeah, we have big receivers. They made some plays outstretched with their hands outstretched, including this one here by Isaiah. So this was really exactly how you'd like to end the half. You
gotta love the response by Nair going back to him and him making the play here.
Absolutely, yeah. Isaiah gets better and better every week.
Okay, so Nebraska goes into the locker room up 17-10 at the break. Coming up, we've got second half action here on our Husker football show presented by Ludaka Wealth. Those were Inside the Numbers presented by Ide Bailey. We pick things up in the second half. Again, Nebraska leading 17-10 at the half. Illinois gets the ball here to start. Your defense is going to get a stop here to start things, which is what you wanted.
Absolutely. Kickoff coverage, pins them deep, get the ball back, and now we're backed up, and Dylan does flip the field here for us.
Isaiah Nair finished with 4 catches, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had a big night, but Illinois gets the ball back here after you trade a couple stops.
Yeah, went for it on 4th down. They got it. We just never quite make the play to get them off the field. They were good on 3rd down, and when they didn't get it on 3rd down, they went for it on 4th.
So they go to the big tight end here, Tanner Arkin, and tie it up at 17-17.
Yeah, disappointing, playing man and just a lack of discipline there with our eyes.
Offense responds, though. They get the ball moving, and again, Big 18, we called his name a lot during this game.
Yeah, great read by Dylan, and then this is just a fantastic throw. Works away from the blitzer. Thomas Fedoni makes an excellent route, gets open, and ready to match a score with a score.
You tell he thought he should have scored, though. It felt like he should have got into the end zone.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then here's another new Husker that gets into the end zone for you guys, Janiron Bonner.
Yeah, nice job by him. Nice call on the speed sweep, and we get down the red zone. This was really a pivotal series here. We're up by 7, 3rd and 9. We knew they loved the quarterback draw. Kind of like the Wisconsin game plan from last year, and then 4th down they're able to make a play that gets us.
Yeah, so big number 94 comes in here. You felt like your defense should have been ready for this.
Yeah, they had done it all game. They'd gone in and out of 75 to 94. So again, we're playing man. We have to win in man.
Ties it up at 24, and then a little bit of an uncharacteristic drive for your offense. Dylan loses the ball here. Gunnar Gatula, smart play by him to fall on it.
Yeah, just not really what we wanted. Had to punt the ball back to them, but Sierra makes a fantastic play, knocks the ball out. The guy picks it up, and now we're in a position to go down. We kind of choke the clock out, run the ball down, make some big plays. Ja'Cory here on 3rd down, starting to become another go-to guy for us.
Going back to your defense, gotta love the way they respond to get the ball back. And here comes Heinrich Harburg, and you guys are moving the ball well again.
Yeah, some non-traditional stuff there, the double pass. We're starting to run the football again now, and I feel like we have the game, starting to get the game close to being in control.
So here is Jamal Banks, sets up for 3rd and 3 here, and Luke Lindenmeyer comes open, and you could tell Dylan wanted this one back.
Yeah, had pressure in his face and just missed the throw. And then, we kicked the field goal. Unfortunately, it doesn't go in. So, just a tough turn of events there.
It mentioned something about the laces didn't get turned. Maybe some miscommunication or miss snaps there.
Yeah, when you kick a field goal, there's a lot of execution that has to happen, and unfortunately, it looked like he had to kick the laces as you watch the play.
So we go to overtime, and you put your defense on the field first. And a big run play here to the outside for Illinois.
Yeah, unfortunately, run defense just wasn't what it needed to be in the second half. And again in man, they pick us and they throw the ball for a touchdown.
So Illinois goes up 31-24 in overtime, and then a sack here just kind of makes things challenging here to start things off in overtime.
Yeah, unfortunately, in crucial downs here, we just needed to make one play. We had some guys running open, just couldn't get the protection the way we wanted it, and they were able to kind of end the game.
3rd and 42 here, and Dylan gets the ball to Jamal Banks, and a great play here, and then looks like it should have been maybe a late hit. What was your guys' takeaway on that one?
It certainly felt like it, but those things have been called on us a lot during the game. But at the end of the day, you can't control what they call.
So that ends it at 31-24. The final. You've talked a lot about this team figuring out how to win. How do you figure out how to win in these kinds of situations, in overtime situations?
Yeah, I think you have to expect that every game's going to be a battle like that. Mm-hmm. I think you have to expect that every team that comes in here really, really wants to beat Nebraska, and you have to show up for every game to go to overtime. And then when you get down to those moments, you just have to make one more play. It's not everyone kind of looking around. It's everyone just, hey, it just takes one play, and so. We had multiple opportunities to win that football game, and it didn't have to be that close. But credit to Illinois, they made those plays. Their offensive tackle playing tight end did catch the ball, and so we'll be back. We'll come back and we'll learn from this and be better.
Good stuff. All right, we got to take a break. Coming up next, we have this week's Cornhusker Conversation. I sit down with Turner Corcoran. Welcome back to the Husker Football Show. It's time for this week's Cornhusker Conversation presented by Woodhouse. This week I got a chance to sit down with offensive lineman Turner Corcoran.
Let's give it off to Emmett. He's got a hole. 40, 35, Emmett 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Knocked out of the 5-yard line by Chapman.
Just good old-fashioned power. Kick out, down block, crease. 6 of them.
Welcome into this week's Cornhusker Conversation presented by Woodhouse. This week we're sitting down with offensive lineman Turner Corcoran. Turner, thanks so much for being here with us.
Yeah, of course.
You've been through a lot. I mean, just with injuries, but then with the coaching changes, all that. What's kept you coming back?
The locker room. I wouldn't do it for anybody else other than the locker room, and obviously my people back home, my family and friends back home. They're really special to me, and we're really tight as a unit in the O-line room, and I really feel like we're able to push our cohesiveness and togetherness into the offense and to the rest of the team. So.
What's gone into that for an offense to be offensive line to be that close, for you guys to be that close?
When Coach Donnie came in, he really helped us set a standard for ourselves, and after every single play we go up to each other and we give each other a fist bump like that, and it doesn't matter what happened on the last play, good or bad, we want to be able to regroup and come back together and play the next play.
How much fun is it to be a part of an offense that utilizes so many different people?
I think it's pretty cool because we work so hard in the off-season months, and finally when the season comes along, everyone's able to come out there and show what how hard they've been working. So I think it's a pretty fun offense to be a part of.
So you had mentioned how much you love your family and friends in Lawrence. You grew up there. Kansas, obviously KU was there. So how did you wind up in Nebraska with KU in the backyard?
Yeah, like I said, I just knew how special this place was. From day one, I felt like this place was really different. Coming to games and stuff, this place was selling out. Didn't matter what the team's record was. I knew that this place was a special place to be at.
When you've gone through so much adversity, when you're going through, especially the injury last year, what were some of the things you took away from that time that made you better? A better Turner and a better player, a better person? Yeah,
I kind of took on a little bit of a coaching role, tried to help get Gunner, help him become a better player. Obviously, Teddy's a special player. So, whatever I could tell him, just to help him with his process, that's just what I wanted to do. Obviously, I played a little bit of guard, so I was trying to help everybody else, like Jason, Machachek, and, young guys just in general. I kind of wanted to help coach them, so.
With so many guys that have been around and been through so much together, and the older guys, both defense, offense, I mean, you go up against those guys every day. Being a player-led team, how has that felt different? How important has that been for this group?
It's been big time. Whenever we're able to hold each other accountable, that's what helps bring teams along. You can't just have coaches yelling at players all the time. You got to have some player accountability, a lot of player accountability in order to get the stuff done, because it shows that you care. Like if I'm talking to a young guy and he's constantly not able to do something right, if we're talking to him, it's going to help him think like, hey, this guy cares, like this guy wants me to get better, not just the coaches.
Great conversation with Turner. Unfortunate timing, but you could tell how much he loves this place, loves this program, loves the guys in that offensive line room. How's he doing following the injury on Saturday or Friday?
Yeah, I mean, obviously disappointed. You know, he's worked so hard to come back from the foot last year, and then now to hurt himself his hamstring. But he'll be back. He's a competitor and a tough guy. He'll find a way to get back.
There's one thing I know about those guys in the O-line room. I saw it from Teddy on Friday night as well. They're going to help out whoever's going to be stepping in and filling in those roles.
Yeah, they care about each other. They care about the team. So they'll find a way to get it done.
You like how Gunner came in and responded in that situation?
Yeah, I mean that's a tough game, tough environment to come into, and he battled back from adversity, being injured in training camp, and I thought he played well. So we'll count on him to play well as we move forward.
All right, coming up, we're going to get final thoughts from Coach Rhule here on our Husker Football Show. Welcome back to the final segment here of the Husker Football Show presented by Ludaka Wealth Partners. Huskers hit the road for the very first time coming up this Saturday at Purdue, 11 a.m. kickoff. I know you guys love being at home, but you like the road test for your teams. Yeah, well, I think to be a great team, you have to win on the road. You have to be able to go into other people's stadiums and handle the crowd noise and the environment. And sometimes it's just kind of fun to kind of go out there as a band of brothers, be in the hotel. It's kind of just us. And then the great thing about being here at the University of Nebraska is we know that when we show up at the stadium, there's going to be a sea of red there. So while it is a road trip, we always know that we're going to have our fans with us, and so it's a great next step for our guys as we continue to learn to win at a high level. And a Big Ten road game is important for us. Take us inside this matchup against Purdue. What do your guys need to do? Well, Purdue went out and played Oregon State the other night. They ran for 251 yards. They've got two excellent backs. Hudson Card, their quarterback's athletic. So we haven't been great the last 2 weeks versus the run. So we're gonna have to shore up our run defense versus an excellent running offense. And then offensively, they're just the same defense as Illinois. They're gonna play man. They're gonna put everyone in the box, and we'll have to find a way to run the ball better than we did against Illinois to have a chance to have a little bit more balance, so that we can take advantage of our passing game as well. Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck. Thank you. We'll be back next week here on the Husker Football Show.